Hey Harry Goddess fam. I get a lot of questions on what should someone expect when they first come for their appointment. A lot of clients of mine already know the routine, but I thought I'd show you guys what I do to prep you. These two gloves are important. They help cleanse and they help powder you. You may notice they're a little smaller than my hands. It's because you can't really sugar properly if your glove is bigger than a smaller extra small. Bigger size gloves just drag and become uncomfortable for the client when you're trying to mold. This is a 4x4 and that is a gauze pad from the first aid section. The 4x4 right here is really good for extractions during facials or if you're extracting during an intimate service. It's always important to cleanse your client before you start any hair removal. Cleansing helps get rid of any dirt, debris, or oils they may have. And when I say dirt and debris, I mean like sweat and things. Body lotions, body oils. It will help cleanse the skin so that way the powder and the product sticks better. I'm laughing at my little makeshift model here, but when you're cleansing your client, you always want to cleanse down the same motion you use or a woman would use when they are wiping. Cleansing down just helps to prevent any discharge coming back up or any spreading of bodily fluids. I also cleanse down for my male clients. Sidebar, since sugar is water soluble, it does help to invest in a good drying powder or a cornstarch. I'm also a hairy girl, so when I get waxed, I sweat a lot. If I have an extremely sweaty client during a service, I usually will point the fan at them and apply more powder and use a gauze pad to dry their skin out before I place the ball down. Remember, sugar is water soluble, so it kind of does not mold well if you are very sweaty. Okay, so finally, the third glove. You use 3 gloves in sugaring because the first 2 gloves are, like I said before, cleansing and applying powder. The third glove is more so a shield for you to be able to pick up the sugar out of the tub. The reason you need a third glove is because the sugar tub is quote unquote sterile, and I cannot use the glove that I cleansed one client with and stick it in the tub that I'm going to sugar all clients with. It's just not sanitary unless you're doing this at home and it's just you using the tub. That's fine. Or if your family, you guys don't mind sharing it like that, that's fine. But if you ever go to a business that is sugaring and they are not using 3 gloves to sugar you, I just would probably not recommend going back there again. Don't make a big deal about it. Don't make a fuss. Just don't go back there again. This is just a practice tub, so I'm not going to be using this on any clients. If you notice, when you try to pick up the ball of sugar, it's really hard. That just takes a little practice after doing a couple clients. One day it just finally hit me when I was just learning how to sugar, and now I just pick it up without even thinking about it sometimes. I was just showing you the palm of my glove because sometimes I see people where they let the sugar roll down into the palm of their glove and it kind of creates a mess. The goal is to keep that ball of sugar at the tip of your fingers. And normally when we place the ball down, we just mold it from wherever we place it at. Here I'm just demonstrating to you the Pac-Man hand. If you're someone who's learning to sugar, the Pac-Man hand really comes in handy as a beginner sugar. I'm going to say a beginner sugarer. The mat that I'm using is actually called a waxing mat or a waxing pad. It's really good with people who are learning sugaring or practicing sugaring. When molding, if you see your finger tracks like that, it is a really good mold. Normally, if a client is new, I will mold probably 3 times before I flick. If it is a client that I've had before, I probably will mold once or twice because their hair is not as attached to the follicle. So I notice my regular clients, they know when I'm about to flick. It's so funny. Their body starts to tense up a little bit, as if they're anticipating it. But you can absolutely figure out when the flick is going to happen just by remembering when the last mold is. If you feel it going past the last mold and the hand goes down, then you know there's a flick about to happen. Okay, so here are some pre and post care tips I tell my clients. So with pre-care, I say no shaving 10 to 12 days prior, no waxing 14 days prior, no sugaring 21 days prior. Try to exfoliate 2 days before, no exercising, come with clean, dry skin. You can take an antihistamine or ibuprofen about 30 to 40 minutes before your appointment. Do not use any retinol and avoid chemical peels and microdermabrasions before your appointment. For aftercare, avoid intercourse, no shaving, no exfoliation for about 24 hours, avoid tight clothing, and book your next appointments. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and share my video. Bye, Hairy Goddess fam.